I hate this level, 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 this is Mega 400. Oh, and I hate this level. As you saw, I got the white shy guy in the last level, Limbo level, and I revived the white Yoshi, so anyone who was like, why'd you kill the white Yoshi? Well, he's back. Unfortunately, I'm gonna kill a bunch of Yoshis this level, and I'm speeding up because I hate this level. Really, I horribly hate this level. I took, no kidding, like 5, maybe 6 hours before I finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it with expendable Yoshis, not black and white. And if they die, I just continue onward and redo it. And I still had to speed it up. And I couldn't even show everything. This level is just horrid, and probably the hardest level for Melon, like an all Melon run. This level is god awful. Keep in mind, this was my first time actually doing this level because I had never played it in the original. Now, granted, this is post commentary. This level is god awful. Or just it was just not god awful in terms of bad level design. I'm talking about it's just horrible to do. It's just difficult. And I don't know why. It really was really hard. Now it's not like I couldn't complete it or anything. It's just it was really hard not to have a Yoshi die because of some stupid mistake or they fell in a pit. And then time-wise was another issue. What's the catch of this ghost castle? Well, we have these boos that wear I don't know, something on their heads. They don't even have ears, so they don't even need that, but they're essentially blind. I guess they're more like ears. But anyway, they're blind, but they have ears. And if you make enough noise, they'll come chasing after you. They're annoying. We had the block things. They were basically boos that turned into Lucky Charm marshmallows. We have Boo Goo. I don't know, Boo. This random stuff. They're actually good. They're nice. I kind of like their little smiley faces. They'll help you, but then we have the Lucky Charm marshmallow block guys. If you look away from them, they will turn into boos again, so you want to be careful of that. This whole level is just a pain. Seriously, like you could say, how could you fail at Yoshi's story? Well, like this really is quite difficult. I mean, people don't understand how difficult Yoshi's story actually can be. Like, for example, Yoshi's Island, for that matter. When I first played the game, I was young, but it's not like Yoshi's Island is not really, in my opinion, a difficult game unless you're going for 100%. So honestly, in that refrain, and again, I'm kind of used to playing it though, so maybe for someone who started playing it, they could find it difficult. But I don't find Yoshi's Island to be all that difficult unless you're going for 100%. Then it is quite difficult. This game, however, is still difficult even if you aren't going for like an all-melon run, because I still had trouble in this level and I wasn't going for an all-melon run. If I was going for an all-melon run, this level would be horrible, really horrible. I would horrible. But yeah, this level is just, Now, let's see what to talk about. This level just made me forget what I was going to talk about. Okay, if they made another Yoshi game, I'm thinking, like, I know some people, like, don't like it when you use the same concepts again for a game. Like, you have, I like this music that plays here. That's the rendition of the castle theme in the caves. They don't like it when music plays, when games are basically the same concept as the original. They're like, well, can't you do something new? But I'm almost thinking, like, Yoshi should go back to his roots. I mean, he did somewhat in Yoshi's Island DS, but I think sometimes just strip away the gimmicks and just get down to basic level design and platforming. I wouldn't mind seeing another game like a Yoshi Story, to be honest. Something like this. I wouldn't mind seeing like a 3D rendered game with 2D things on a console system for Yoshi. And then the thing with Yoshi's Story and Yoshi's Island, both of them, one of their main focuses is really difficult 100% completion, really difficult, like, getting things 100%. That's something that Yoshi's Island and Story do that, like, Mario World is basically just get to the end, well, Mario World you could say is 100% too, but the majority of Mario games tend to be just get to the end of the level for the most part. And yet, I killed my first Yoshi here. They tend to be, just get to the end level. Sometimes you have 100% completion that you could do, but the main thing is just getting to the end. You could say the same for Yoshi's Island, yet the game really doesn't, or these two games, if the game really doesn't, like, bump up the difficulty until you do 100%. I don't know, I guess maybe Super Mario World to an extent does that as well. But I'm talking about like more like Super Mario Bros. The original. And other games like that. And I barely survived this Yoshi here, or let this Yoshi survive. But yeah, I think Yoshi should get back to his whole almost like 100% completion stuff like this. I wouldn't mind going back to this. If he was just something new, I don't know, maybe a Yoshi RPG. I'm always wondering, because like Mario did a really successful RPG, Sonic I really enjoyed. Others might disagree, but I really enjoyed Sonic's RPG expenditures. Of course, BioWare made it, and they were really good at making RPGs. So after those two things, my curiosity is like, well, what other games would be a good RPG? A Kirby RPG, a Zelda RPG. Well, no, because they kind of made that for Zelda 2, and people didn't like that. Even though I kind of like Zelda 2, even though it's hard. A Star Fox RPG. A Pikmin RPG. I don't know. You know, just random RPG games that you can make. And then I hate this part. You have to basically get through this thing like slowly, like this, and I end up just killing that Yoshi. So that's 2 Yoshis dead. But yeah, what other games could make good RPGs? I always think that. But you know, I don't know. Try something new. It's hard to decide what Yoshi direction should go to and do. I think that his recent games haven't been horrible, except for Topsy Turvy. But I think they I'm thinking that like both Yoshi and Donkey Kong. I think the companies that made Yoshi and Donkey Kong games, of course not so much with Yoshi, but like Donkey Kong was made by Rare. I think that the Paon and Artoon, at least for the most recent games, and in terms of Donkey Kong Jungle Climber and Yoshi's Island DS, are doing a decent job, but I think the other thing is they're trying to make the game like it was before, and while I said that might not be a bad idea, you know what might not be a better idea is to make a totally different game, because when you make a game in the style of the original, people have the expectation. That's more with Artoon. With Paon, they made a game that was totally. I think did they make King of Swing? I think they did. They made a game that was totally different. So they said, okay, let's go back and make the graphics like the original, and let's make it a little bit more like the original, but let's also still have, you know, different controls from the original. And honestly, Jungle Climber is underrated. It's actually a really good game. Not as good as Rare's games, but that's a given. Yeah, I just think, I don't know, I think that game developers should, in certain situations, go back to the basics. Yet in other situations, don't try and replicate something that people find fondly, because they'll always compare it to what you're doing. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that. And there was a comment saying that Yoshi's underrated. I don't really find Yoshi being underrated. In fact, he's probably one of the best characters, or people find him to be one of the best characters in a lot of Mario games. I think what it is more of is he doesn't have a lot of games, not because he's underrated, but more because he's just not, you know, he doesn't have a lot of games for as his own. And in a way, that's good though, because if you have too many games, then people, you know, get sick of them. Like that was one of the main things with Mario Party. They made so many Mario Party games, and then people just got kind of sick of the same thing over and over. Sometimes it's better to like space them out. Yeah. Then again, if you space it out, people are like, well, why aren't there any new games? Overall, people always complain. I just think that no matter what you do, someone's always going to have an issue. And then they need a tissue in order not to have an issue. I barely saved this Yoshi. I thought he was going to die too. There we go. Jump on these Lucky Charm marshmallows. They're magically delicious. And scary. Speaking of Mario Party, I had a lot of comments about... Yeah, I'm speeding up here. I like the sound here sped up in terms of the music. But I had a lot of people comment on Mario Party 9, like what I think about, should they make a Mario Party 9? I would, if they, in the direction they're going with Mario Party 8 and Mario Party DS, I kind of would enjoy to see them go, or seeing them go to Mario Party, to make a Mario Party 9. The only thing is, though, that again, they should kind of break away from the old concepts, and yet also still Bowser's voice sped up was hilarious. And actually, I really love the music that plays here when it's sped up. Like, before it's almost too slow. Sped up, it actually sounds really great. I actually really love this sped up. I think that they should go back to the concept with Mario Party like they were doing, but also don't try and replicate it. That's the problem. It's balance. It's balance. It's all about balance. Yep. Do 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 do. It really sounds great sped up. His battle theme. I think they should make a sped up version of it. But that's all the time I have. This has been Mega Freak 400, reminding you that I hate this level.